Hey, y'all, hey. Come on in the room. Come on in the room. Oh, child, I just found some money. Thank you. In my Iconic Woman Oracle deck tote bag, which comes with your deck, of course. I did not know that was in there. I think that's Liana's money. Anyway, how are y'all doing? Happy Monday. What is it? August the 19th. Happy full moon in Aquarius. And whatever else we're celebrating at the moment. I hope everyone has had a wonderful weekend. I certainly did. I thoroughly enjoyed myself this weekend. It was the first time in a while that I had a girls' night out. Also, if you're watching live, let me know that you're here. Say hello, drop some comments and some emojis so that I can shout you out and just know who I'm, who all over there. Who is all over there on the other side of this screen here. But yeah, I had a wonderful weekend. It was a lot of fun, a lot of memories made and some bonds strengthened and nurtured. And so I am a happy girl. I'm a happy girl. But I want to, before I get into the collective pull from the Iconic Woman Oracle, which is now available for pre-order, I'm going to drop the link below. The first 50 orders will receive a special gift, and I actually want to share what that gift will be. It won't look exactly like this, but one of the things that I do when I am going into a space where I want to get quiet, I need some direction, I need to set an intention for the week, just to really start to use my tools to structure something. I know I need some structure. So if you're craving a little bit of structure, you're wanting to know, how do I start my day off? How do I start my week off, or starting a new season? This is when I would recommend you get another tool if you don't like use planners and things, but this is just another tool, Oracle cards. And I learned about Oracle decks and tarot decks through some friends of mine from many moons ago. Shout out to Tasha Harrison and Jamie. Y'all were my first like Black spiritual girly friends. And they introduced this to me, and I remember being, the former church girl that I am. I remember going into, hanging out with them, and they'd have their decks and they'd pull them out, and I was curious. I certainly was curious, but I still also had like a little bit of skepticism in the back of my mind, because it was just something that I wasn't familiar with. And I was like, well, what are cards going to tell you? Like, how are you going to figure out what you need to do? Or how are you receiving a message? And where's the message even coming from? And that was like my first introduction to Oracle and Tarot. Hey, Danielle, how are you, gorgeous? So ever since then, I have been kind of learning more about tarot, which is a whole beautiful story in and of itself. I do have some tarot cards here as well. I don't know why does money keep wanting to like flash in front of y'all. Like, I am not trying to flex my daughter's money with y'all, but here is a tarot deck that I own. I think I got it from like Barnes and Noble. They have like a whole section of like spiritual and metaphysical products in the store, and they have a ton of different, hey Mama T, they have a ton of different decks that you can choose from. Another place that you can get the decks, like go to a store and get them, is a metaphysical shop. So I have been to Raven and Moon on in Simpsonville on Main Street. They sell them there. Also, I've been to Nyla Beans off of Pleasantburg. It's a metaphysical store. They also sell some decks there. And of course, you can look online and find them too. And if any of you are watching, especially those of you who are in Greenville, because both of those stores, both of those shops are here in the upstate. If you have any other places locally where you get yours, please drop it in the comments, because those are just two of the places that I know of. And so if there's somebody who wants to, they might even have some in Target and Walmart these days. Like I'm telling you, I'm loving the spiritual stuff. Like not to the point where it's like super trendy and it loses its meaning, but I love the way that I love how more accessible it is for people to get these things, and now making it more normalized. So, you know, there's pros and cons with that, but I do appreciate that, having that option. Okay. I was telling you about about rituals and why you would use an oracle deck. Another thing that I use when I'm in ritual, or if I'm just, like I said, taking some time out to get clear, get some clarity, get some direction, guidance, whatever I need in the moment. I like to light a candle, and this particular candle is from Amaluna Botanica. The owner is Alexis. She is an amazing medicine woman, but this particular candle is called Mystic, and it has notes of ginger, water lily, sandalwood, and amber. And so for those of you who purchase a Iconic Woman Oracle deck with the pouch included, you will receive a smaller version of this candle from Amaluna Botanica. So if you've ever wanted to try her products, which are all natural, clean, non-toxic, cruelty-free, all the good stuff, none of the bad shit, all the good stuff is in her candle. So I have that burning with me right here. Yes, Ronnie. So you get a little something with the purchase. Danielle says the Quirky Lotus in Spartanburg. She gets her crystals and candles there too. All right, there you go. For those of y'all who are in Spartanburg, check out the Quirky Lotus. Thank you for recommending. Okay. So I had therapy today, y'all. And so much came up. Well, not a lot came up. I had a lot come up over the weekend with Ivory. And if those of you who know Ivory Sanders, a Focus and Relax Therapeutic Massage, you already know what kind of time that is. Like, you cannot see Ivory and not get a little bit stronger, deeper in thought. You just feel like a better person after you see her. Or you know what you need to do to be a better person for yourself after you see her. But in therapy today, one of the things that struck me with what he said was asking me if I had ever considered being a therapist. Okay. The first thing that came to my mind was, I'm not going back to school. That's exactly what I told him. I said, well, I'm not going back to school. So, and then he kind of chuckles and he says, no, what I mean is, you have a natural gift at what you do, and you have evidence that supports it from, you know, your clients, your friends. Hey, Shamika, your community at large, and just the way that you naturally go into a space to help people feel more seen. And still in my head, I'm like, okay, like, I don't know why you're telling me this, but I do know why he was telling me this. I received that as kind of like the medicine to show me where I myself am invalidating my own experiences and discounting myself and discrediting who I am in the work that I do. And, you know, I really appreciate that, because I might not have believed it. Because I do think highly of myself. However, that is the purpose of, thank you, Tamika. That is the purpose of me being in therapy, is to help me to get a better sense of how I see myself. Because yes, I'm like, in the back of my head, I'm like, I don't want to do more work. It sounds like you're asking me to do more work. And he's like, no, like, I'm telling you to own the work that you do. And the reason why I share that is because, you know, especially with today being a full moon in Aquarius, that is my sun sign. But this energy right now is, it's a fun space to be in. I'll say that, because what I'm noticing within myself and with those around me, that there's a lot of shedding going on, but it's not, it's shedding like the layers, like layer by layer. It's like, what's that, that entree, a beef Wellington. You know how you have to like layer by layer of the breading that they put it in. It just like really flaky, really crispy on the outside before you get to like the juicy meat inside of that entree, like inside of like what that is. It's just, you have to get through the layers first. And this moon, for whatever reason, I can see like everybody's just like coming out a little bit more and just getting more and more bold in showing parts of ourselves that we don't allow the rest of the world to see, whether it be because of shame, guilt, whatever those reasons are. If you, and I know you are, like I just know it because I feel it, but if you are in a space right now where you're in a position to take off, and whatever direction you decide to take off, like that, the inertia that happens, okay, I'm getting a little technical here, going back to my engineering days, but the inertia that exists, like when you're like just getting your footing and you're just trying to build and gain momentum, that part, that's hard. I ain't gonna lie. It's scary. It don't feel the best. But once you just take off, I'm seeing Sha'Carri Richardson in my mind. Like those athletes, like track and field athletes, are trained to, get that really good start so that they can then, once they take off and they can really get into their flow and they can really get into their form, they can do what they can do. But the way you start, especially in a race that is going to require deeper parts of yourself that maybe other people don't know about yet. Maybe you haven't said this thing out loud yet. Maybe, there's a part of you that has to die. There's a part of you that has to die, or there's a part of you that has to now rest. There's a part of you that has to now rest in order for you to get more expansive in the way that you show up. And that is a very that's deep transformation. And it's exciting and it's scary and all the things. But you're going to be all right. You're going to be all right. You are going to be all right. We going to be all right. But let me go ahead and pull some cards. Pull a card. I'll pull a card today. But if this resonates, let me know. Hey, Ivory. Hey, Ivory. Yes, replay it. I'm going to keep it up on here. But we're going to pull a card just for the collective for the week. But hopefully that resonates. And if it does, which I know it does, ask yourself, 1, what or who am I afraid of? What or who am I afraid of? And I'm going to be real with you. Your answer might be yourself. The answer might be yourself. Because then you have to ask the question, who do you think you are? But really, who do you think you are? Who do you think you are? Because if you think you're this person who can overcome obstacles, who can stay grounded and stay committed, who can still walk in integrity, if that's who you think you are, then baby, take off. Who do you think you are? And when somebody asks you, who do you think you are, then you'll be able to tell them exactly who you think you are. All right. Let me be quiet now. I'm gonna let the cards talk now, okay? I'm let the cards talk now because they're gonna get me started. They're gonna get me started, and I got some stuff to do today. I haven't done any work today. Ooh, ooh. Ronnie, are you still here? Okay, freedom. I forgive myself and release what no longer serves me. Freedom. I forgive myself and release what no longer serves me. Shout out to Ronnie. This is Ronnie Hill. Ronnie was the first person to purchase the deck, and we pulled Ronnie on a full moon, which is great for releasing things. So this is freedom, baby. We about to get free, y'all. Go ahead and turn the music up. Come on and celebrate. We still got some work to do, but we about to get free. That's where we're headed. That is the direction that we are headed. And I don't care who got what to say about it. Let's go. Let's go. I'm so amped right now. Okay. How y'all feeling though? How y'all feeling? Let me take some water. Big energy release. Okay, Ivory. Shout out to Ivory Sanders. All right. I ain't gonna hold y'all. Hey, Lona, how are you? Danielle feels great. I love it. I have literally been working on releasing because it's historically been so hard. Baby. And the thing is, we probably just have so much to release that it feels like even more intensified because there's a lot that we got to lift. You don't have to lift it all at one time, though. You don't have to lift it all at one time. But yes, it's releasing things, releasing people, releasing ideas about ourselves. It's sad. And I've used that word a lot lately. To me, it's hard because it's sad, and I don't like to be sad. It's sad because you know what needs to be done. You know what needs to be done, and it's pulling you out of the space that you sat in for so long that you're just comfortable with at this point, and you have to come out of that. And I saw the word drag. My grandma used to say, let go or be dragged. So let it go. Exactly. You don't want to be dragged. You don't want nobody to drag you. Can you imagine? Like, picture yourself being dragged across the floor, drug across the floor. That doesn't sound like a good time. So get up, let go or be dragged. So let it go. Get up and let it go. But you got this. Know that you got it. Ivory said, mood. Whose house am I in? Because this isn't it. Oh yeah, that was a sermon from Friday. Whose house is this? You have to save you. You do. I was talking to my husband about this earlier. Like, if I could boil down every client session, most conversations that I have with other women it's about self-prioritization. And Ivory preaches this too. You have to prioritize yourself. You have to prioritize yourself. But know that when you prioritize yourself, it's not in vain. And it doesn't happen in a vacuum. You save yourself, you're saving others as well. That's what my therapist told me today. He was like, you gotta stop minimizing the impact of you taking care of yourself, you pouring into yourself, you nurturing yourself. And just by you doing that, and just by you showing up and letting people witness you doing that, that is enough. Save yourself. Get free. That's your card, girl. That's your card, Ronnie. Freedom. Okay, beautiful people. I wish you a wonderful week. I wish you a beautiful release. I wish you a beautiful release. Lona, daily carpool. Ooh, should I do a daily carpool? Daily? Ooh, Ivory. Ooh, you really trying to make me... Ivory, I'm sick of you. I did drop the deck, and I'm going to. Goodness gracious. Ivory Sanders. Okay, so what I was saying was, what are some good hygiene tips? Because I got all the people in here. I got Ivory, got Shamika, got Lona, Danielle, Ronnie, Jernay, all the right people are here. Okay, so here's what I want y'all to do. Because y'all know, because y'all do this for yourselves. I want y'all to type in the comments here. For a full moon, what are some of your full moon rituals? What do you recommend for somebody who wants to release, needs to release, wants to get free, needs to let go? If that were you, if you're telling me, if I'm saying, hey, Shamika, what do you recommend for me? What, in terms of like hygiene or in terms of rituals, tell me in the comments, what would you recommend? And it doesn't have to be everything that you know of. Okay. Maybe just one or two things. One or two things you would recommend, because there are some people who are new to, divination of, through oracle cards, who are new to even creating their own rituals. And so the whole point of this is I want us to get into, I want us to develop new habits around rituals for those of us who don't have them yet, or who are working to build them, or who are wanting to make them more intentional. What do you recommend? Lona says, write what you're releasing on a white plate and smash it into pieces. Nah. I might go to the Dollar Tree and buy a little plate and smash it. I've done a similar version of this with Kendra Lachey at her The Little Girl and Me series. We didn't have a dinner plate, but we had like little tiles. Oh, that's a good one. Ronnie says, meditate, journal out what you're ready to release, light a candle and burn it or bury it in the ground, in the dirt. Lona says, water is a carrier and receiver, of energy. You can take a releasing shower. That's my joint right there. A releasing shower, not bath, because you'll be sitting in that. Danielle says, write it all down either on paper or bay leaf, and then thank the universe for letting you experience the joys and pains of what you wrote down, then let it burn, and then confirm it is done and release. Okay, y'all got the rituals on deck. Shamika says, spending time with, hold on, it jumped up. Spending time with or in water and reviewing my current space of function. I then choose a habit to commit to that will bring me more of self. Example, bathing and letting the old habit wash down the drain. Meditate in a cold shower. Now you can have your cold showers. Just like you don't like bananas, you can have your cold shower. But I'm gonna take you on that because you solid, Ivory. Hey Amber. If the water wrecks are resonating, girl, do that thing. Do the thing. Hey Sharmika. Oh my goodness. Y'all are coming at the end because I got to go. But hey, Nikki, go back and watch it. This was a good one. And I'm gonna go in. I still got to do my own stuff. So I'm gonna marinate on this daily carpool. But to be honest, it's looking like a go. It's looking like a go. There's a lot of structuring happening right now. Like my masculine energy is like really in drive right now. I want structure, I want order, I want routine. So we're really gonna commit to it. That's the thing. You gotta commit. That is a beautiful visualization, Ronnie. She says, I'm literally envisioning standing in a running river and letting the water take what you're releasing with it. So, girl, you better get on the Googles. Go find some water in Greenville. It don't even matter where it's at. But if you like, the natural falls, like that would be even more beautiful. But do what you can do and do with what you got. Like, bring that vision to life and watch what happens. All right. Y'all have a beautiful day. I will talk to you tomorrow. And yeah, happy full moon. Happy releasing.